Hello, and it's Sunday the 21st of December, the shortest day in terms of daylight hours. So I've come somewhere where I can fish into dark. I'm not going to fish too much into dark, probably just gone 4 o'clock really. Venue I've never fished before. Never even looked at it, to be fair, so I think I've probably been up here in a boat, but you know, when you're coming up somewhere in a boat, you don't have a lot of idea exactly where you are. You know, you just see banks and what have you. So, yeah, probably I've been up once or twice in a boat, but that's about it. Know little about it really, but yeah, I quite like that kind of fishing. And winter's not the best of times for exploring new venues. You don't really see much. I've picked a swim where I can see quite a long way downstream and upstream. I've seen one fish, which I'm guessing was a chub. It's quite close to far bank, and it'd be a fish of a few pounds, so I'm guessing it was probably a chub. Area I've picked because there's a lot of trees on far bank, and I think barbel and chub like to hide away. Especially these days, with the amount of cormorants. You know, years ago, I don't think we were that bothered because there's no cormorants about, but you know, the last 20 years with cormorants, they seem to have started hiding. You know, in ooze, you never really saw barbel tight inside, but I often see them crash out really tight to willows. They always used to be sort of mid-river back in 80s, and yeah, I'm sure it's because the cormorants peck. You know, cormorants, even though they can't eat a big barbel, they will peck at them. So yeah, I think that's what fish look for these days, is somewhere where they can get tucked away under willows. And I'll show you it swim. Got 2 rods out, right hand rods on luncheon meat, left hand the downstream rods on boilie. And yeah, like I say, there's a few trees in that opposite. And we'll see what happens. What time are we on? 2 o'clock, so I've probably got a couple of hours of fishing left. And yeah, I'd imagine after 3 o'clock there's half a chance. Hopefully some fish will start drifting out from under those far bank trees. So that's it for now, and hopefully I'll get back to you with a big fish. Barbel. Well, had a little bit of a result. Not the biggest barbel in the world. In fact, when I was playing it cautiously, because I thought it might be a really big chub. It isn't, it's a barbel. Landing net was caught point at a hook. Quite well hooked as well, actually. Well, it is just on outside. Yeah, not the biggest barbel, but when you come to a stretch you've never seen or never fished before, it's always nice to get one. You sort of know you're on the right path. Got a bit of a resting net, so it's a bit lively. Yeah, like I say, not the biggest barbel, but yeah, welcome one, you know, you're always happy to catch off a new stretch. Gives you a starting point. Get them slipped back. I'm going to start packing up now anyway. Felt at malarkey, that one. Malarkey boilie wrapped in paste. Well, that's going to be it for today. I've packed up now. Probably tag this onto some other fishing that I'm going to do this week, because yeah, on its own, probably only a few minutes of footage, so hopefully be out probably Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even, not sure when Christmas Day is it Friday, Thursday? Thursday, isn't it? So yeah, probably be out Tuesday for sure, and possibly Wednesday. And yeah, thanks for watching, and happy Christmas, because I don't know when this will be going out, probably Christmas Day. That's my plan anyway, to if I can get a bit more footage of, you know, something interesting, a few fish getting caught. You know, I don't like putting things out where there's nothing, you know, just trying to drag them out and make a blog out of nothing really happening. So yeah, I'm hoping to get out piking, but it's raining now again, so how much rain we're going to get, I don't know. But yeah, I'd like to be out piking on Tuesday, so yeah, hopefully you'll see me then. Thanks for watching. Hello, and it's Wednesday the 23rd of December. Back barbelling today. Hopefully be out pike fishing tomorrow actually, but I was at work last night, so I couldn't really get out this morning. I wanted to get a few hours sleep, so I've decided to come out barbelling today, and I'll go piking tomorrow morning. Back in the same area that I was fishing the other day on Sunday, and I had that one out. Put about half a kilo bait in when I left, which is what I had left with me. So I put half a kilo in. So, you know, that last day or so, that should have all been eaten. Probably got eaten within an hour or two of it going in, to be fair. But he'll have any fishing area looking for those sort of, you know, those malarkey boilies now. We'll have a taste for them. So quite confident of getting one or two tonight, even though conditions aren't great. It's quite chilly. Not a great moon phase, but yeah, I'm confident in getting one or two, but we'll find out, won't we? Might not get a touch yet, but yeah, it's kind of, I'll say drop lucky, but I did think I'd be fishing this area except trees on far bank. So I've never fished, until Sunday I'd never even been down there, I'd never even seen it, knew nothing about it, so yeah, it was a bit of a result coming and catching one first time. And it's given me plenty of confidence for tonight. Got one rod out already on malarkey, and I'm going to put second rod out on malarkey. I've been fishing meat on one rod, but last few times all fish have fallen to malarkey, so I think might as well have both rods on prime bait really. And yeah, got one rod out, so I'll get my other set up and get it out. Just getting second rod ready to put out. The usual thing. It's 3.5 ounce lead I've got on. Probably getting on 3-footer braid. Malarkey boilie, size 10 hook. Gonna put a bit of paste around that boilie. I just think it helps, not just with the, I mean, I'm not convinced you need masses of attraction for barbel. We can find a single maggot in a flood, so you know, I think finding a boilie is no issue at all for them. But what I like is when they're out with bait, I just think it gives them it breaks off and gives them a bit of taste and gets them a bit more confident. Just try and keep an eye on the rod because I've had a knock on it already. It could have been any, you know, when you're wrapping baits in paste, it could be roach, little chub, you never know. Yeah, so that's it wrapped in paste. Snicked my PVA bag on. Got about 9 crushed boilies in it, PVA bag. Just crush them slightly between my fingers, just so they're like half baits. That's ready to go. Get this one cast out. tie a few more PVA bags up. And that's us set for evening. Gonna fish an hour. It's what time we on now? Just gone 2 o'clock. Probably gonna fish wild, maybe 6. Not a massive fan of fishing it dark really. I think it's a bit boring, but you know, when in winter, when your time's limited, you sometimes need to. Prefer daylight when you can have a look around, see what animals are about, and you know, all you tend to see in dark is maybe an otter if it comes under your rod tips, or an odd owl. Sometimes an owl will fly up and have a look at you. That's about it. Whereas in day you sort of see all birds, any animals. I just find it a bit more interesting. Well, I think I've managed to miss most of that fight. I thought I'd started with GoPro, but obviously not. Yeah, we got on it net. Not a bad one. Not a monster, but a nice barbel. I was expecting a bite on that rod. I've had a few knocks on it and I thought it was going to happen sooner rather than later. Anyway, let's get him up and get him on up. Well, got our first barbel evening. It's quite a nice one. Not a monster, but a nice fish to get. Well hooked as well. Nice to see. Inside at mouth. There we go. Bit lively. Let them settle down a minute. There we go. Be a £6 fish. Well, certainly very close. Quite a nice chunky barbel. They always are in winter though. Usually been feeding them well. So yeah, let's get a slip back. Well, we're well into dusk now. 4:20. And all indications are coming on downstream rod. I've just put it, I had that barbel probably, I don't know, probably good 20 minutes ago now, and put the rod back out and I've already had a couple more sort of little rattles on it, so there's still fish there, but I'm surprised the upstream rod hasn't done anything. The upstream rod's sort of on the area where I caught that fish on Sunday, so can't be that bad an area. Doesn't seem, drop, seems to be the same depth and same sort of flow, but yeah, all action's on downstream rod. Well, that's it for this evening. Just the one barbel, which I was surprised at because I thought as soon as it got dark, I thought it's bound, because I kept getting rattles after that fish, and I thought as soon as it gets dark, it'll tear off again. It hasn't. It's gone really quiet. I've had a couple of rattles, but yeah, it's as though fish have moved off. I did put 20 baits out just by hand because I was getting rattles but no proper bites, so I thought as well as a PVA bag I'll put 20 freebies out and it might just get them feeding a bit more, but I did have 1 or 2 rattles after I fed them, but what time are we now? 6:10 and I bet I've not had a rattle since 5 o'clock, it's just last hour's just really gone dead, I don't know why. So yeah, I'm going to get off, sort my pike gear out for tomorrow, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll bring you a decent pike video. Thank you. Well, I thought it was all over for the night. It's gone really quiet. No rattles. I just filmed the bits, you know, saying that's it for the night, blah blah blah. And looked down and saw a road tip going around. It didn't fly around, it just pulled around really slow. I wasn't sure what it was, because I picked it up and it just felt heavy and I just wound it right in. And it got into the side and started fighting. All hooked again. I've had the last few days have all been well hooked. You know, you'd sort of expect Barbel to be hooked. Another good fish, sort of 6 to 7 pound bracket. There we go. Nice barbel. Nice one to end on. Yeah, probably about 6 pound actually. Not that big a fish. But yeah, nice one to end on. Get him slipped back. That is it for tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go home, sort my pike gear out, and hopefully do, you know, some decent bit of pike fishing tomorrow. Half confident because I saw a big pike roll in a swim the other day, and normally whoever's won there's others at this time of year. It's time of year when it starts to group up, so yeah, I'm hoping to get a decent bit of pike tomorrow morning. Anyway, we'll see what happens, and if I do, you'll see it on here. Thanks for watching.